So in case you actually knew who I was, you would actually know that I'm the biggest Cyber Dragon fan on planet Earth. There is nothing that I like more than normal summoning core, activating machine dupe, and killing my opponent. Except that I never do that. Anyways, I haven't touched Cyber Dragon in a hot minute, and I think you guys deserve to know why. This video will be covering a brief history lesson on the deck, its current state, as well as how it can improve in the future. But before this video starts, please smash the like and subscribe button for me real quick. There we go, thank you so much, and now let's get right into it. So first things first, Cyber Dragons were considered rogue or casual for several years. It took until TOS format in 2019 for the deck to finally be a force to be reckoned with. Essentially, the top decks were Sky Striker, Orcus, Salamangrate, and Thunder Dragon. So I think you can already imagine why Cyber Dragon was pretty good that format. Sky Striker and Orcus were link monsters and machines so that you can easily contact fuse for Mega Fleet and Fortress. And Salamangrate relied on Sunlight Wolf for their trap cards to be live so that contact fusing for Mega Fleet was really good. Thunder Dragon was a little weird because if they actually didn't end on Colossus in the extra monster zone but rather in the main monster zone, you could be a little screwed. And of course, Cyber Dragons have always had a really huge issue with trap decks. Now, it could actually be argued that Cyber Dragon might have been the best deck that format, and that might be a reason why people played Cyber Dragon Orcus that format. Except that I prefer the Cyber Dragon trap build that I created myself because it had like pretty much only good matchups. Hell, Cyber Dragon Orcus was free for me. In 2019, you could say I was on a roll. Until I finally smashed my head into a wall in 2020. Yeah, that was really short-lived. Master Rule 5 eventually came in place and unfortunately screwed over Cyber Dragons completely. Contact fusing for Mega Fleet became drastically harder because people started spamming their boss monsters in the main monster zone instead of the extra monster zone. Any Cyber Dragon used to be an out like any gigantic boss monsters, but of course that had to change. Now you can have like a hand of like 6 cards and still struggle against one monster. I will admit that Master Rule 5 also created new combos for Cyber Dragon because they no longer really need to summon a link monster before spamming their other monsters. But this is where you can say, unfortunately, that the cons outweigh the pros. Ever since 2020, my Cyber Dragon deck has been really rusty and I have yet to wake it up from its slumber. With that being said, there might maybe be a little bit of hope. There is a new Cyber Dragon card that we got relatively recently by the name of Clockwork Knight. Yeah, I know it's not a Cyber Dragon card, let me cope in peace. Anyways, that card gave me hope again. It reignited the best mechanic that Cyber Dragons had to offer, which is contact fusing using your opponent's monsters. Imagine your opponent has a bunch of monsters unaffected by card effects, indestructible, and you just go contact fuse bye-bye. There's only one little issue though. We got that card way too late. We should have had it like 3 years ago, man. Like, look at the past year. Cyber Dragons had to compete with Ishizu Tearlaments, Flunderies, Kashtira. All those decks are terrible matchups. Cards need to be sent from the field to the graveyard to contact fuse, so under a Shifter or a Rise Art, good luck contact fusing. And every single event, you will always be encountering Flunderies or Kashtira or Ishizu Tearlaments, at least back in the days, so your odds of winning an event were kind of like 0 unless you won the lottery. And I think you see where this is going. We still have Kashtira right now banishing all your cards, and Shifter is still a part of the metagame. So even though Cyber Dragon is in fact getting better support, unfortunately it's not enough because we still have the really bad matchups running around. How the hell can you be contact fusing, and how the hell can you be breaking any board now? A Rise Heart being a machine really doesn't matter because I still can't make Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon using it. Even if you have Dark Ruler no more, you're negating everything, big deal, you can't OTK and next turn you die. Cyber Dragon isn't the kind of deck that can easily put up like 7 negates after killing your opponent or breaking a board. The issue with Cyber Dragon is that you can't really exponentially develop your resources and do really nasty things with one card. The deck is way too fair, you need too many cards to be able to play, and that's actually what Konami should try to fix. Just like Super Heavy Samurai went from being complete garbage to broken in a single set, I believe Cyber Dragons might actually get a similar treatment. Hey, speaking of which, Super Heavy Samurai might not actually be that bad of a matchup for Cyber Dragon. Their one-card combo always ends on Appaloosa, Regulus, and Baron. Appaloosa is a joke against Cyber Dragon because of Mega Fleet, and Regulus is a joke because of Fortress. You only really have to deal with the Baron de Fleur, your opponent's hand traps, as well as your opponent's follow-up play. I believe Cyber Dragons might actually potentially get like a Link 1 monster in the future, that would be really nice, or, I don't know, maybe some new names, some new spells and traps, some new other kind of extra deck monsters. I think we're due for like a level 5 Chimera Tech monster that can be contact fused using any card your opponent controls. So imagine, you have like 2 Cyber Dragon monsters, any 2 Cyber Dragon monsters, you contact fuse 2 of your opponent's cards away, and then you make infinity. Anyways, for now, Cyber Dragon is unfortunately really bad, even though, again, I still believe in hope for the future. Anyways, that's all I had to say for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.